Apart from manual, you have to add extra these points. Let me open my resume so that it will be clear for you guys. You can see my resume, right? Okay. See. So this is the one. So the point you need to add apart from manual points you keep. So then apart from that, you have to write well versed in designing and implementing automation scripts using Selenium WebDriver, using frameworks, hybrid framework, with the Page Factory. So you can write with the Page Factory or hybrid framework, you just put with the Page Factory and or just with the POM and JUnit and TestNG. So I can say here with the POM. Okay, let me enable. So with POM, Page Factory, JUnit and TestNG. So that's the first point you have to include. Have a strong programming experience with the core Java. Just put a core Java. You don't know Golang, right? Just put a core Java. This is the second point. Extensive work experience and data-driven framework.
అంటే ఈ రోజు చెప్తే రేపు చేస్తారా? అవునా?
Who is that? Okay. So having work experience on data-driven framework using data provider notation and Apache Py Excel sheets. So how we are doing a data-driven testing? So you tell either data provider or Excel sheets. You will get a lot of questions on this. So data provider means what? Why you will use? And what is Apache Py Excel sheets? Why you will use? How you will read the data? The reading the data from Excel sheet code, you should understand and write the code. They will ask you sometimes, write the code for reading the data from Excel sheet. And next, so this point you don't need. And this point also you don't need. If you work on the mobile testing, you can write this, otherwise leave it. So yeah, so extensive work experience in creating builds, creating jobs, right? Jobs are triggering builds using CI tool Jenkins. Creating job one time only, you can say triggering. So triggering builds using CI tool Jenkins. Extensive work experience with Git commands. Extensive work experience with the build tools like Maven and Gradle. Only put you Maven. You know Maven only, not Gradle. So put Maven only. So hands-on experience with repository servers like only GitHub. You know only GitHub, so put only GitHub. So SVN, you ignore it. So then this one, manually tested the APIs using Postman. You just say Postman tool. Okay, so nothing else. And extensive work experience on API automation testing. API automation testing using REST assured. Only put a REST assured because I'm going to explain REST assured only. Karate framework you don't know, just leave this. Karate you remove and REST assured framework you put this point. Next, extensive work experience on BDD Cucumber framework. BDD framework tool Cucumber. So because I explained already, this is point you have to put it. These are the point, and also manual points you add. Manual points I already explained, right? Experience in Agile methodology, projects and products. So you add this. So you already added that. You don't need to worry about that. So these are the automation summary points you have to add. Next, So you can put this point, collaboration, extensive experience in coordinating on-site. This is the you don't need for that is the team lead, okay? Test lead thing. With the different Scrum teams for integration testing, actively participate in UAT and feature reviews. But this you don't need, okay? All these things. Academic, you can ignore this. No, you have to add, right? That is educational qualification that you can put it. Technical expertise, you have to put primary skills, Java, Selenium, API testing, BDD, Cucumber, and second is REST assured, TestNG, JUnit, Jenkins, Git, GitHub, all this you can include this. So these points you can add. Programming skills you can put core Java, only you know core Java, and also company names you can say experience you put here, okay? Company name you can put a company name that. Then projects, so you can include the projects and roles and responsibilities, right? So let's move on to the roles and responsibilities of automation testing. So what are the automation test points you have to add? Here it is. The prepare test cases using user stories and epics. Review test cases written for different modules of the application based on the functional specifications with the development team. So design UI, and this you don't need. Developed Selenium test automation scripts using hybrid POM framework. Hybrid framework you can mention, not POM required specifically, but hybrid framework you can mention. So if you're telling hybrid framework, you tell. Otherwise, you put instead of hybrid, you want to tell BDD Cucumber. But the client is expecting, the company is expecting in your job role, BDD Cucumber. You will say, I have used BDD Cucumber. BDD Cucumber is easy, right? So there are just 3 modules. So that's highly used one nowadays, but you can mention hybrid, one project and another project, you can put BDD Cucumber, so that they will understand you are having both knowledge, both work experience, not knowledge, both work experience. Okay, put both things. Monitor daily regression results and tries the failures on Jenkins job. So, before people used to call Hudson, but now we are calling Jenkins job. Job runs of the daily regressions. Preparing the test environments, and you don't need this because you are not aware of this. And this also you ignore. Extensively performing API testing using RESTful web services using Postman you can say. Automated the backend APIs using REST assured. You can put a REST assured. Extensively working on code repositories, GitHub. So, and then next point you can see extensively performed smoke system regression, retesting, and browser OS compatibility, integration, and end-to-end testing. So that's a common point, right? In the automation manual also you have this point. So monitor defect, participate in defect review meetings and test execution progress review meetings. Monitor defects, so in defect tracking tool using Jira. And involved complete Agile Scrum ceremonies from planning to till feature demo. So this point, if you want, you can add in your roles and responsibilities. This is missing, right? If it is there, fine. If it is not there, include this also. And these points you don't need. So these points you don't need. Only automation points you can include in the in your resume roles and responsibilities place. So put at least 2 or 3 projects based on if 2 years and 1 project is enough. 3 years at least 2 projects is mandatory. 2 projects are mandatory. Okay, so that's all about automation thing, how to prepare. Yeah. You keep the both manual and automation because both you have to do manual and automation, right? Manual points you keep, extra you add for that this automation points. Okay, any questions? And I'll send the